The clock on the dashboard read just past 4 as I pulled into the driveway, the afternoon sun casting long shadows across the front of our quiet suburban home. Today was supposed to be a celebration. My promotion finally came through after months of relentless work. The plan was simple: surprise Anna with a bottle of her favorite Merlot, take her out for a quiet dinner, just the two of us. But as I turned the key and pushed open the door, the house greeted me with silence, void of the usual warmth that Anna brought into every room. "Anna?" My voice echoed slightly, unanswered. The hall was empty, her keys not on the hook by the door, her coat missing from the rack. Puzzled, I checked my watch again, knowing she should have been home hours ago. Maybe she went shopping to prepare for tonight, I reasoned, trying to quell the uneasy feeling rising in my chest. I headed upstairs to change, still wrapped in the solitude of the house. As I passed the bathroom, the sight stopped me cold, the door ajar, steam wafting out. Confusion morphed into alarm. We never left the shower running. "Anna, are you in there?" No response. I pushed the door open, and my heart plummeted into an abyss. There, in the foggy haze of the shower, lay a man, naked, lifeless, his skin an unnatural pale against the white tiles. My mind raced, terror and disbelief grappling for dominance. This couldn't be happening. Not here. Not to us. I stumbled back, reaching for my phone to call the police, when a sheaf of crumpled papers on the sink caught my eye. Letters, love letters, not in Anna's hand, but addressed to her, signed by the man now lying dead in our shower. Each word was a hammer strike to my trust, shattering it with revelations of rendezvous and whispered promises. The sound of the front door creaking open jolted me back to the present. Anna's voice floated up the stairs, light, carefree. "Honey, I'm home. You won't believe the traffic." She stopped abruptly as she found me in the doorway, her eyes darting from my face to the open bathroom behind me. Her shopping bags dropped to the floor, the contents spilling out unheeded. "Michael, I can explain," she began, her voice trembling, pleading. "Explain?" The word was a snarl, all the pain and betrayal I felt compacted into a single syllable. I stepped aside, revealing the grim scene behind me. Anna gasped, her hand flying to her mouth, eyes wide with horror. "It's not what it looks like," she whispered, but the deceit was too deep, the betrayal too raw. "I trusted you," I said, the hurt choking my words. "I loved you." In the following hours, the police came and went, taking Anna with them as whispers of murder and infidelity filled the air. The truth was as stark and ugly as the scene I had stumbled upon. My wife, the woman I had vowed to cherish, had been living a lie. That night, alone in the echoing emptiness of what was once our sanctuary, a plan began to form. Anna had destroyed our life, our love, with her deceit. It was only fitting that I return the favor. As the moon rose high, casting silvery light through the windows, I sat down at the computer and began to write. Letters, emails, messages, every secret she had tried to hide would now be her undoing. I would make sure of it. Her reputation, her future, her peace, nothing would be spared. By the time dawn painted the sky with strokes of pink and gold, my resolve was ironclad. Anna's life, as she knew it, was over. And as for me, I was just beginning to write the next chapter of my own. The morning light spills through the blinds, casting stripes across my desk laden with evidence of Anna's betrayal. Last night's fury has solidified into a cold, calculated resolve. I know what needs to be done. The first step is simple: secure everything. Bank accounts, credit cards, investments, anything that we shared now needs to be under my sole control. I start with the bank, dialing the number with a steady hand. "Good morning, this is Michael Trifonov. I need to discuss urgent changes to my accounts, please." The voice on the other end is soothing, professional. "Of course, Mr. Trifonov. What changes do you need?" "I want to freeze all joint accounts and credit lines. It's a matter of security." "Certainly, sir. I'll need some additional verification, but we can start the process immediately." As the call progresses, I open my laptop and start drafting emails to our friends, her family, our mutual acquaintances. Each email is carefully crafted, a blend of shock, hurt, and bewilderment at the tragedy and betrayal that have unfolded. I attach no blame, I let the recipients draw their own conclusions. With the financial ties secured and the social groundwork laid, I move to the next phase. My phone buzzes, a message from Rick, a close friend and also a former friend of Anna. "Mike, just read your email. What the hell happened? Is there anything I can do? I need to talk, Rick. Can you meet? Give me 15. Brewster Park? See you there." Brewster Park is quiet, the usual morning joggers giving us a wide berth. Rick waits by the old oak tree, his face etched with concern. "Mike, man, this is insane," he starts, but I cut him off. "Rick, listen. I need help. I'm planning something big. It's not illegal, but it won't be pretty." He studies me for a long moment. "What are you planning?" "I'm going to expose her. Everything. The affair, the lies, her role in his death. But it needs to be public, undeniable." Rick hesitates, then nods slowly. "Okay, I'm in. What do you need?" We start with gathering more evidence. Texts, emails, anything you can get from friends who might still be on her side. And then, we hit social media. A live reveal. Let everyone see who Anna really is. The plan takes shape, each piece slotting into place with a satisfying click. We part ways with a simple handshake, the weight of our conspiracy heavy between us. Back home, the house feels different, emptier, yet somehow fuller with purpose. I sit down, pull up Anna's files on the computer, and start sorting through them. Each document, each photo, is a piece of the puzzle that will soon complete the picture of her deceit. As the day turns into evening, my phone lights up again. It's Rick. "I got something. You won't believe who's been covering for her." His words are a spark to my ready tinder. "Meet me at my place. It's time to bring this all to light." The stage is set, the players are in place, and the audience is none the wiser. As night falls, I ready myself to pull the curtain on Anna's charade, not just as a betrayed husband, but as the director of her undoing. The evening air is crisp as I pace the living room, waiting for Rick. Every tick of the clock is a drumbeat to the upcoming showdown. My phone vibrates incessantly with messages and calls, some from concerned friends, others from those now doubting Anna's character. I ignore them all. Only Rick's arrival matters now. The sound of a car pulling up catches my attention, and within moments, Rick is knocking on my front door, a folder thick with evidence in his hand. "Got everything we can use," he announces as he steps inside, handing me the folder. Texts, emails, even some video clips. It's more than we thought. I leaf through the documents, each page adding fuel to the fire of my resolve. Perfect. Let's set it all up. We go live in an hour. Rick nods, pulling out his laptop. We connect it to my TV, preparing the files for a live stream that will broadcast everything to our community's social media group, a group where news travels faster than light. As Rick sets up the technical side, I draft the post that will precede the live stream. Let everyone see who Anna really are: cold, hard, and factual. No trace of the heartbreak that simmers beneath. This isn't just about unmasking Anna, it's about reclaiming my dignity. Ready to go live in 3, 2, 1, Rick's voice is steady, but I catch a flicker of hesitation in his eyes. It's too late for second thoughts now. The screen lights up, and I begin. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Trifonov. What I'm about to share isn't easy, but it's necessary. For transparency, for truth, and for my own closure. The documents, texts, and videos flow across the screen, each one a damning testament to Anna's duplicity. I narrate the contents, my voice unyielding. The chat explodes with comments, shock, support, disbelief. Some express anger, not just at Anna, but at the breach of privacy. I push aside any doubts. This is justice. As the last document flickers across the screen, I conclude, that's the truth I lived with, unknown until it was too late. Thank you for your support. Rick closes the laptop, the room plunging back into silence. It's done. How do you feel? Relieved, I reply, though the hollow in my chest belies my words. The aftermath is immediate. Calls flood in, some condemning my actions, others offering solace. I answer none. Instead, I sit in the quiet aftermath, pondering the justice served tonight. The price of this truth was high, my privacy, my marriage, possibly my standing in the community. But it was worth it. Or so I try to convince myself. Late into the night, a knock at the door startles me. I hesitate, then open it to find Anna, her eyes red-rimmed, face pale. Michael, can we talk? There's so much I want to say, so much anger and hurt. But I step aside, letting her in. This confrontation is the final piece, the epilogue to our shared tragedy. Why? It's the only word I can muster. Anna takes a deep breath, her voice a whisper of its former self. Fear. Loneliness. I don't know. It was wrong. I'm sorry, so deeply sorry. We talk for hours, the conversation raw and revealing. By the time she leaves, the first hints of dawn are painting the sky. The closure I sought feels different than expected, less triumphant, more sobering. As the sun rises, casting light on the remnants of a life upturned, I realize that the path of retribution has led me here, to a place of profound reflection. The road forward isn't about forgetting, but about learning from the debris of shattered trust. The intrigue and drama have unfolded, but the true resolution lies in what comes next, rebuilding, perhaps not with Anna, but for myself. The morning light breaks over the horizon, casting long shadows across my living room where the remnants of last night's confrontation linger in the air. The finality of Anna's departure, marked by her solemn exit and the soft click of the door closing behind her, has left a palpable void. Her apologies and revelations provided some solace, but they couldn't scrub clean the stain of betrayal. As I sit at the kitchen table, sipping the bitter coffee that mirrors my current state, the doorbell rings, a sharp, intrusive sound that makes me flinch. I set down my mug, steeling myself for another round of confrontation, and open the door. Standing on my doorstep is Detective Larson, his expression grim, his notebook in hand. Mr. Trifonov, we need to talk about some inconsistencies in Mrs. Trifonov's statement and new evidence that has come to light. My heart tightens. Come in, detective. As he steps into the house, his eyes scan the environment, noting the tension that hangs in the air like a thick fog. We sit, and he wastes no time. We found fingerprints in the bathroom, on the shower handles, and on the body. They match yours, Mr. Trifonov. I freeze, the accusation slicing through the remnants of my resolve. That's impossible. I found him like that. Larson continues, undeterred. There's more. We reviewed the security footage from your street. No one entered your house after you left for work, except for you, Mr. Trifonov. The room spins, and I grasp at the table to steady myself. Detective, I swear, I didn't do anything. I found him there. His gaze is unyielding. I wish I could believe you, but the evidence is stacking up against you. You had motive, opportunity, and now, physical evidence links you to the crime scene. Panic claws at my throat, a wild, desperate feeling. I was set up. Someone is trying to frame me, and maybe even Anna. Detective Larson sighs, closing his notebook. I'll need you to come with me, Mr. Trifonov. We'll sort this out at the station. The drive to the station is a blur, each moment stretching into eternity. I'm processed, fingerprinted, photographed, a criminal in the eyes of the law. The irony of my situation doesn't escape me. In seeking revenge, I have become ensnared in my own trap. Hours later, after relentless questioning and the crushing weight of evidence, I'm left alone in the interrogation room, the truth of the situation settling around me like a shroud. It dawns on me at the cruel, vicious twist of fate. I had been so consumed by my quest for vengeance, so blinded by my hatred, that I hadn't seen the true deception until now. Anna's voice breaks through my turmoil, a recording played back by one of the detectives. It's from an interview conducted earlier, her words chilling. I knew he would find him. I knew Michael would take the blame. He was so easy to manipulate, so eager to expose me, that he never stopped to think about who was really pulling the strings. The revelation hits me with the force of a physical blow. Anna had orchestrated everything, the affair, the murder, the setup. She played me perfectly, using my own anger and desire for retribution to seal my fate. The cell door closes with a resounding clang, the sound echoing in the small, stark room that is now my world. I slump against the cold, unforgiving wall, the magnitude of my folly enveloping me. In my pursuit to destroy Anna, I had destroyed myself. My revenge, so intricately planned, so ruthlessly executed, had been nothing but a pathway to my own ruin. Outside, the world moves on, indifferent to the dramas unfolding behind closed doors. And as the light fades from my cell, so too does the last of my resolve, leaving behind only the bitter taste of betrayal and the haunting realization of my irreversible descent.